Today, I'm really super excited because we have come to see the development from sketch to actual wing, from killer. This is like the moment where we make decisions about the detail. So I'm really conscious of trying always to challenge the predictability. Yeah, we don't want a whole sea of white wings or a whole sea of... Hey, nice outfit, Mom! She's got her... Hey, is this where the wings are made? The beading looks pretty. Wow.
How many colors are you using?
2 pinks and 1 gold.
What's that?
Ribbon's too shiny.
Make it so it's less shiny. I think the shiny is a bit frightening.
Look at it from the front, because I was a little concerned that this green
leave it
and
like
this
that.
teal were blending too much.
Yeah, it looks quite nice when there's poofy stuff happening around it.
So you just see the back side.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have the drapes perfect in the front yet because I'm not positive about the
I
frame.
think it's a bit too wide.
Yeah.
Yes. Like it looks good from the back.
Right.
Should that be the front?
I was afraid you were going to say that. Yes, of course we can.
Or
Okay.
like turn it upside down. That's actually more beautiful that way round.
It's so important to have the fittings and just try everything on, because the sketch never really looks like the final, because it's not 3D.
Welcome to By Barrack in Jersey City. Right now we're working on a bodysuit, and every bit of this unitard is hand done. It's got to be. The beading has to be put on individually. This one took 6.5 weeks for them to bead. Some of the pieces that we have are assigned to girls, because with a piece like this, with a bodysuit, you've got to get the measurements right. And the idea is to make this look like she's been dipped in glue and thrown into beads. Like it should just fit like a second skin. This is our Bible. We have a Bible for every show that we work on. So here we have the Dark Angel, and she is a complete leather corset and leather wing. That's all done as leaves. I think the concept is that she's wrapped in these leather leaves and they are kind of blowing around behind her.
This is going to be about an 8-foot long cape that's all custom painted with about 200 flowers on it. This is the sample of what this is all going to look like, only 4 times as big as that. It takes about a week to paint the parts that we're doing right now. Then after that, it has to be steamed, which is some time. The fabric is rinsed and then put on a frame. Everywhere we paint it has to be resisted with wax and then painted again with background, which is another 4 or 5 days. So just for this one cape, it's probably, say, 2.5, 3 weeks. Once all this is painted, I send this back to the tailor who stitches it together. It's such a well-produced show that everything looks so great on television. And the craftsmanship of what's done with all these fabrics after we paint them is incredible.
The segment that I'm working on for Victoria's Secret is called The Road Ahead. And the idea is that you're blending in little bits of this and that from all cultures around the world. For some of the looks, I am using silk thread and I turn them into tassels. I make the tassels myself as well. A lot of these coins come from Nepal. I'm using beads, which is a huge part of my culture, and bells to make sounds so that the jewelry is not just serving like an aesthetic functionality, but it plays with more than just one medium. Plus, I think for Victoria's Secret show, it's more theatrical, so it works better. There's something about them that's very beautiful. There's something about them that's slightly off. The materials might look very straightforward, but they're very not. Beading is one of the most undervalued forms of art making and craftsmanship. The time that you spend that goes into making one of these is incredibly laborious. I'm always constantly trying to see how I can use a material that people just easily overlook and how I can turn them into something that you've never seen before.
This has to be my favorite. I have too many favorites. The beauty is so simple. The biggest challenge for me is I want to explore what I want to say, but also respecting what the brand wants to say. So it's this beautiful match, because I don't want to be too overpowering with my crazy design. At the same time, I don't want to be too inspired from them, because they wouldn't be asking me to do it. In a few weeks, we're going to have the real fitting with the actual model for the runway. They happen to be uber human beings, so they're going to look amazing in anything anyway. But they're going to make these clothes even more amazing. And that's the beauty of these girls.
Girls know about the casting, they know what to do, they study how they need to look and act, and I feel like they're all so polished and well rehearsed. We're only halfway through the first day and there's so many good girls.
Victoria's Secret Fashion Show, 19 de dezembro, na TNT.